I don't think it's a need for sleep.
There it is!
I think he bad at this because his ice is too old. Oh!
This is going to be a good time, especially he is a top laner who's played Sion. Welcome back to the LCS Triathlon. I have FlyQuest today, Impact, and Prince. Impact won the coin toss, wants to go second. So, Prince, how fast are you going to be at this?
1 minute 10.
Oh, he's calling his shot!
3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, different.
Okay, he's doing pillowcase. He's doing pillowcase. The pillowcase is hard.
That's gonna be a tough one.
You're only using 20 seconds for pillow.
This is slow. Oh, no, you do have to do the pillowcase. This will be a large penalty.
You have to do? Oh.
Yeah.
You can tuck it.
No, he's doing it. He's doing it right.
okay,
He's
okay.
doing it properly.
Stop trying to get him DQ'd.
I think it's a smart
I don't think it's a need for sleep.
There it is!
It's tucked.
It's tucked.
Can he do that, Impact?
I'm not doing that. Any I came in, I think,
Okay.
without that.
Put the pillows at the top and then you're done. Okay, throwing. He's just gonna throw. We're staying here.
He's a
Throw.
perfectionist.
Okay, first one you make, you can move on.
Oh!
Oh, I thought you got that.
That was close. Keep it going.
Okay.
he's in.
Nice. Good.
Oh.
You can only use
think
you can
he-
only use each item once though.
Oh!
Okay.
Okay.
Oh!
Pretty good.
Oh! Oh! Wait, where are you going? Oh?
You still say no?
Yep.
Yeah, follow the wards. Follow the wards.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh, it's too hard.
I don't think he
Drip.
plays Sion much.
Yeah. He said that he don't know Sion route. He told me.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
Still on
not
the right
bad.
route.
That's not bad. And then up. Okay, you just have to get.
Okay.
What?
You just have to get to the fountain, then the timer stops.
I think it's not reach. You need more.
Oh. Time. Okay, come over here, Prince. We'll get the time.
1:10.
1 minute 10?
No.
2:39. But I do hear there is a 15-second penalty for
What?
hiding the sheet under the bed.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
That's right.
He followed the rules.
Yeah.
Usually I don't
It's
use that.
tucked, but not on 3 seconds.
Oh.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, strips the bed.
Yeah.
That's a veteran.
This is good.
Yeah. Whoa.
Okay, sheet's done.
Because he's older.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we've had some other old people on that didn't do it. Okay, the
That's
pillow's
the hardest
tricky.
part.
He got to watch you, though. That's one pillow. That's two.
But looks not clean, no?
I mean, once he puts it on top, it still fits the criteria.
True. Hiding the evidence.
Make the sheet. Yeah, cover. Oh, nice flip. Okay, that's good. That's done. On to throwing.
Oh,
Lefty
I
throw.
think he bad at this because his ice is too old. Oh!
What were you gonna say?
What was that?
He didn't use items. Too slow.
Well, he can use that once. This is going to be a good time, especially he is a top laner who's played Sion too, so he's stopping his ult a lot.
Oh, that's minus point, you know?
No, you can just however you get through. No penalties.
Nice.
Oh. No, Emo.
Oh!
Smooth.
How good is it? What is this time? This is good.
Ooh, this is a good time.
Yeah.
Two boomer.
I didn't use the item either.
Yeah, the other two he was really good at. He crashed a lot in Sion. Time! Okay, that was good.
I think that was the fastest.
Impact, come over here. We're gonna get the time. 2:00. 2 minutes.
Flat. Dang.
This is best record?
This is best. This is the best we've had yet.
I'm number one?
Right now.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Prince and Impact, for joining us on the LCS Triathlon. Taking a look at the LCS Triathlon leaderboard, which will be continually filled out throughout the day. Impact in with a time of 2 minutes.
Damn.
Yeah.
6. Gonna be hard to beat. Also, Armao on the other end, also going to be hard to beat.
Yeah.
So
I appreciate that he apologized to his mom at the end. He was like, I can't let my mom see this.
he must have a good mom
Yes.
to get him to this point.
A really good mom.
Yeah.
What was it the Twitch chat said? Parent gap?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, time to get into a special dive cast. Guys, take it away.
Hello and welcome to the second annual Divecast. Second weekul. We get there.
We struggle with
second
this on the
time,
actual
second time
dive
we've
as
done
well.
the Divecast.
Nailing it.
We're here, and we're
Azael.
casting some League of Legends.
Too cool to join in on Olympiad Day.
This is the clothes that were put out for me. I put on my clothes.
He's a spectator.
I didn't even know. Yeah, I'm in the crowd. You guys are the athletes here.
True.
Where'd you get a medal?
World Cyber Games.
Oh wait, that's your actual World
2010.
Cup. Oh
Yeah.
no.
We could turn it. We could turn it around on him.
Looks pretty cool.
I won World Cyber Games in
Let's not
2010.
talk about this.
You're a world champion for WoW Arena. What's going on
Yeah.
over here?
I got
What
a
are you
couple,
world champion
I got
of,
a couple
Mark?
bronzes. I got a bronze in 2015 spring and summer with Team Liquid.
Okay.
I'm a bronzy.
As a coach,
I'm a
boom.
bronzy. There we go.
As a coach, that's spectator.
Hey, we take that. We take those. All right. I'm proud of my boys.
Yeah. Professional at cheering them on. All right, we got EG versus FlyQuest here today. EG coming off of a pretty rough loss yesterday. It was kind of a level 1 go boom style game. And FlyQuest are just scraping the bottom of the barrel right now. They are trying to pull together some wins, trying to find a way into playoffs.
Yeah, it's looking really dire for them, and they're also coming off of a reverse switch on mid laners.
Yeah.
Putting VicLa back in after only 1 day for Spirax, and I'm just it left me a little confused as to the wording on the announcement as well, because they said in the wording today that it was a reward for doing so well in Academy, that he deserves a spot in LCS, deserves a chance, and it was only going to be a predetermined 1 game. But like you said, Azael, it's kind of weird to do that when your playoffs hopes are so close to being gone.
Yeah, they did only 1 day. It did feel like there was such a hoopla about the initial 1 game that they gave him, a
Full
4-minute
announcement video.
Yeah, 4-minute video with your GM and your head of esports. It felt like they invested a lot of resources into Spirax only to give him the 1 game. And it's also a critical game that they lost, because now, as I understand it, I could be wrong, but as I understand it, they do not control their destiny from here. They actually, even if they win out, will still need tiebreakers going their way or other people losing along with them winning to even have a chance at playoffs because of that loss yesterday.
Exactly. Just the probability, I believe, was even if they win out from here, there was still a 9% chance that they could miss playoffs. So, they have to get as many wins as they possibly can. They have to hope some things do go their way. But either way, it is important to just do the best that they can from this position. First pick, Tristana coming through for EG. Potential answer of the Rell. We've been seeing some Rell jungle finally coming out, Gobi.
Yeah, I've definitely been happy this week, especially with the previous one. Contracts Rell jungle looked a lot better than the one yesterday. Some really good flanks from him, and even when he was on Visions, really good engages straight into their face. I will say, here, I'm super happy with the willingness to first pick the Tristana for Evil Geniuses, because of how much they live and die by Jojo to get this flex pick for mid and for bottom here. And Jojo is one of the first to pull out Tristana mid in the LCS, and he's one that has the highest gold differences on this champion. He's so good at getting mid prow and pushing down turret plates, especially with how Evil Geniuses play with Armao camping around mid lane so much.
Exactly. I mean, I think it's a really good mix of champion with player playstyle, right? It's something that can play aggressive, that needs to dominate lane, and that is his specialty. Xayah coming through as the answer, so we know it is going to be a mid lane Tristana now. Xayah will be heading down to that bot lane for Unforgiven, as FlyQuest's first 2 are showing a bit of a dive comp, and Xayah is such a strong answer to that in this current meta.
Yeah, obviously has the ultimate to get out of anything that comes their way. We'll see what supports they want to pair it with. I was going to say, probably not go for your support yet, given that the Rell is such a flex pick now, and you want to make sure that you are surviving. Feels like a lot of games these days are getting blown open level 1, 2, 3 from bot lane. It feels like there's such an importance on support counter pick these days. Even last game, Dignitas got a 4,000 gold lead off of basically abusing bot lane, and obviously Rich on the top side. And EG have gotten blown out a couple of times because of these bot gaps.
All right, Jayce locked in for double AD mid laner matchup here for VicLa back in. And even though, like you said, FlyQuest are going to need a little bit of help to be able to get into playoffs, they have to win this game in order to even have that hope of somebody helping them in. So let's see if they can do it here. Double poke possibilities as well. And I really like Maokai as whenever you see Rell Kai'Sa, yes, Rell Kai'Sa is very flexible. They could go bottom, they could go jungle. But regardless of position that they're going in, they're going to be looking to dive. So Maokai with the big ultimate controls a lot of space for those dives.
Yeah, somewhat similar composition to yesterday. Like you said, you could go the poke variant, and that's what they did with the Varus Jayce yesterday when Spirax was playing. But they also have this option to go in now, and we'll see what else they want to draft around it. VicLa playing Jayce, he has played a couple times this year, but a lot of people have been kind of criticizing some of his decision-making on champions, and hopefully the day off yesterday, stepping back, gave him a chance to refresh and come back
Yeah, absolutely. We are seeing a couple support bans thrown out here by FlyQuest, which leads me to believe they're either going to pinch support, and actually take a support on 4, move Rell to jungle, or they could just have that Rell as support, e.g. ban out the Gwen. So trying to protect a potential tank pick for Revenge up on the top side.
Yeah, definitely need some more frontline here for Evil Geniuses. Running the double marksman, you're expecting a little bit beefier of a frontline there, so trying to open up some possibilities for Revenge to be able to grab tank. Double carry top lane matchups here. Banning away impacts Jax, but he goes right into the Rumble regardless anyway.
I kind of like this call out. You're basically saying with the Jax and Gwen ban, those are some of the counter picks, as well as the fact that Revenge has tended towards either Renekton or tanks. Renekton with 5 games, then it's Sion, then it's Cassante, and all of these things Rumble does do quite well into. So I really like this kind of forcing their hand and saying, all right, play a different style for your top laner.
And a lot of the picks that you would want to play as a counter pick if you wanted to try to counter pick Rumble are not champions that would fit well into the style of comp that they have, right? You have double marksman, so you need frontline. You can't just slam down like a Quinn or something in there and play triple marksman.
You could.
It's not really going to work out, I don't think. So they are going towards the Cassante, which means despite the fact that Impact was blind picking here, he understood the assignment. He understood what kind of a champion Revenge would be looking towards. And I think he's going to have a really advantageous top lane matchup as a result.
It also saves the Rell flex pick for last, because normally you would say, okay, you go support here or you go jungle and you decide and leave your top for counter pick. But because they had this read on the champion pool of EG, they can actually go this, still get a favorable matchup, and save the counter pick now for this Nautilus that comes in.
Yeah, I think pretty good bans on supports as well to kind of force that trade. And Vulcan is going to go to Alistar. So we move it another jungle Rell for us. We're eating good today.
It's going to be jungle Rell. So we're going to have that Rumble up in the top lane. EG quite physical damage heavy here. It's not that they have one of those marksmen that could actually itemize towards, AP damage. So it is going to be almost purely physical damage. There's not really like full on true tanks, but I do think you can get some pretty efficient itemization here with things like tabbies, with Impact even going towards Zonias and so on. So it could be something that comes into play later on.
Yeah, Armao, we'll see if he goes Demonic Embrace. Obviously, you can try and get some of the magic damage from there.
I'm never really that concerned about it. It's like, yeah, it's annoying, but it's not going to be something that really forces out MR as an answer.
Rush Force of Nature, because you see the Demonic Embrace Maokai.
That's the play.
Yeah.
Especially after the nerfs to Force of Nature too.
Oh, that felt so sad. I loved it. It was OP before, but it felt so good.
It certainly was. Definitely deserved to get knocked down a notch here. All right, Evil Geniuses versus FlyQuest. Eyla versus Vulcan again. Part 2, Mark. How you feel about this one? Last time around, you were Team Eyla and you won.
I was. Well, we did lean hard into that, but I feel like the rivalry has fizzled out a little bit between these two guys. They haven't been trash talking, and like EG and FlyQuest are on opposite ends of the table right now. It's hard to try and juice it up.
Absolutely. I mean, both the players have kind of done their talking on the Rift and has gone heavily Ayla's way this split. It's hard to be out there on Twitter talking trash when you're down at the bottom of the standings, not where Vulcan wanted to be. But we'll see if FlyQuest can try to make a march back towards the top of the table. EG moving out through mid. We're looking for this Nautilus level 1 where they can sometimes catch the Jayce running straight down mid and try to punish him, but they can just go for a full-on invade, and VicLa could potentially be in trouble here. Going to be an early flash forced there already by VicLa.
I really don't like when you vacate mid to try and protect from the Nautilus butt rush, because at the end of the day, you're still giving them an unvisioned way into your side of the map, because they do exactly that. Okay, we didn't find someone. You keep moving forward. You need to ward mid lane actually and be ready to flash. And usually what you want to do is stick someone who can lose his flash to do that. You don't send your mid laner. You would send like your support or your jungler.
Excuse me, Mark.
Is that what we're calling it now?
That is the technical term for that strategy. I didn't create it.
Nautilus butt rush.
Did you love how he kept talking then for like multiple paragraphs?
You guys both looked at me and smiled, and I was like, I'm continuing with the analysis.
He did not want to hear our rebuttal. He did not want to hear any follow-up. He was like, I'm gonna keep going with this one. I prefer the Core JJ welcome to NA as the intro to that one. But as you say, they still get a flash forward, and this
doesn't even cost Nautilus now.
This is, VicLa, regardless of getting subbed back in, there's obviously a lot of, internal turmoil there with the amount of time that they did give to SpareX and splitting time. Even in scrims as well leading up to this, even more than just the one stage game, is always going to be painful. And now with Evil Geniuses knowing that, I feel like that is a very well planned level 1 from them. Like, hey, you're having mid problems, obviously you're switching back and forth. let's just go straight at mid, see what we can get. No flash on the Jayce now. Guess what? Jojo gets to live his best life on the Tristana. Constantly push, get turret plates.
He's going to be playing really aggressive, and it's been something we've been seeing more and more of in these last couple days, is these more risky level 1s. And talking to some pros, they're saying this is even the meta in scrims, is that people are playing more heavily for level 1s, more heavily to try to put their opponents on the back foot. And VicLa with no flash, it's going to be difficult for him. He's always going to have to be worried about potential ganks coming in through from this Maokai.
Yeah, and we keep getting interviews with players too afterwards that are like, yeah, we are going to be ruthless. If we smell blood in the water, you know, if they're having problems with a player or a position, we're going to attack that position. And Jojo with another good trade. Spica's trying to defend here on bottom side and at least get vision through the river.
But it's so annoying to be at such a power deficit already in the mid lane because you have a pushing top and bot. Ideally, you want to be like leaving the Jayce alone, farm up, you know, you'll lose lanes soft, hopefully, and then you get to make plays elsewhere on the map with the Rell. But now you're forced to potentially have to cover. You're dropping wards early to make sure there's no wraparound coming from Armao.
And it's one of the biggest punishes when you're playing against Tristana, being able to explosive shot turret plates early on, losing out on tempo like that is very, very painful. Teleport comes back pretty early for VicLa, but the purchase is only a tier. And guess what? There's no sustain in that.
Feels good, man.
Yeah, and Jojo now, when you're up TP like this, especially when you are playing from a position of power, you can take some really aggressive trades here quickly. You can TP back, and sometimes you can get your opponent locked in lane where they don't have sustain and they have to take a really poor base. So we'll see if he can find something like that. But Spica down here around bot side, Vulcan gonna flash in. They're looking for Unforgiven. He heals, he flashes, he should be safe, but Eyla now the target. We'll see if Armao is going to look to turn this one around as the root comes through across multiple members. EG will disengage, and Jojo is low but survives. So now he can take this TP back immediately, and because it's a cannon wave, VicLa's not going to be able to reset it here, and he could potentially be stuck in a really awkward position.
And I like the little small things in that fight on the bottom side where FlyQuest making a very proactive play to attack Unforgiven. They got both sums off of him, but it's the little thing where Eyla goes for the bump kind of peel there for himself. Nautilus hooks so that Alistar, who's charging up the stun auto attack, doesn't get it off, and they aren't able to get anything more than just the double summoner spells blown.
Meanwhile, that means Impact, Isolated on the top side, knows there's no junglers around playing very aggressive. Worth noting, does not go the Ignite. A lot of Rumbles go for that kind of kill threat there in that position. Maybe with Ignite, you can try to overheat, flash Ignite auto, and find that kill. But here, Impact, always the team player, takes the teleport to make sure he's able to contribute with the team later in the game.
Yeah, and there's less pressure on you to get those kills. I think when you are taking a combat summoner in top lane, you really have to push the pace. You have to be able to create those advantages, and it is, of course, risky. Jojo pretty far forward, and when you do use the explosive shot on the tower, there is a risk that your opponent can just go aggressive on you with those spells down, and now the Shock Blast is going to connect, and Vulcan walking out here through mid. We can see that Eyla is heading here to cover as well, but Vulcan, of course, spotted, and Jojo hitting him with the thumbs up.
I gotta say, some nice trades by VicLa, though. Jojo was trying to inflict mental warfare with the emote spam, but a couple of those...
They were gonna say some nice thumbs up.
Yeah, it was a nice attempt, but then he got hit by a shock blast and AoE from the hammer form on a creep. It's like, all right.
Just saying hello to a friendly, old teammate there.
Yeah.
Sees him, give him a little lesson on minion range of vision.
Now FlyQuest back again to mid. They really do not want VicLa stuck in a bad lane here. So Vulcan spending a lot of time around mid. Spica invading on the Raptors at the same time. And it's Armao now just getting back out on the map. So his Raptors will be gone. And it's a move potentially down towards bot side and maybe an early dragon if they can get push.
Yeah, I think it definitely looks good as a possibility here for FlyQuest because of the early gank from Spica getting both sums off the Xayah, off Unforgiven. But currently fishing around here, hoping that Jojo will go a little bit aggressive.
Here we go, looking for the crash down, not gonna find it. Great buffer from Jojo, pulls them in. Armao here to cover the shock blast, will not connect. It is the flash force there by Jojo. The buffer on the rocket jump was massive. He had the Q stun to try to connect on the W, but the timing just wasn't quite there. There was just barely enough for Jojo to get his W off.
Still forces the flash with a shock blast at the tail end of that. Feels like a pretty good gank, which then, like we were talking about before, allows them to push into the dragon and get the first one in their favor. So while they don't get the kill, that's a very nice play out of the mid jungle.
Yeah, I think specifically for Spica, with the failures of FlyQuest so far in the season, it is nice to see him being very proactive early on. Bottom side,
Flash
though.
coming out. Spica gonna be looking for the engage.
sums.
Unforgiven, no sums. He's sure to fall. Armao can do nothing here. Eyla with the flash, but Spica gets him up anyway. Eyla will fall also. 2 kills going to Prince here in the bot lane.
I'll tell you, Rell jungle, baby. It's the new hotness. Spica ganks bottom side, gets both summoner spells the first time, then ganks mid lane, forces Jojo out. That allows them to get Dragon into a chained play onto bottom lane to punish the no sums Xayah. Nicely done there for FlyQuest.
It took a second, but the dive buff is coming in. Spica did the dive with us. It's the dive cast now. He finds a flash in mid lane, a dragon into a double kill. It's because he participated in the dive.
The one buff was not enough. We had to double stack the buffs
By
for
putting the
FlyQuest.
cast, yeah, it
Exactly.
didn't
The
work.
cast on top.
Yeah.
They needed some extra power here. That was one of those situations where they kind of almost got baited by Armao being in the area. Ayla's hooking in because his jungler's coming through Tri-Brush, but Spica preempted the play. He had put so much focus down around mid lane as well, so they had pushed Jojo back. Jojo missed a full wave off that last time where he had to force his flash. So now mid lane has been equalized. Bot lane is heavily in the favor of FlyQuest, and we'll see where they can go from here.
I think that's a bit of a lack of respect there from Evil Geniuses. You've got to expect they're still down there after the dragon. And Vulcan
Flash in
comes
from
in.
Vulcan. He's looking for Jojo. Jojo's got to pull back. He has no rocket jump. He's going to be talking down by VicLa. Armao arrives, but it's too late again as the flash forward from VicLa secures the kill onto Jojo.
Where was this FlyQuest all season long? They are dismantling Evil Geniuses, a top of the table team that started to tumble down the standings. FlyQuest, when they are going to have to rely on other teams to kind of help them into playoffs, they really are playing like their lives depend on it now and being very proactive and being rewarded for it.
This is exactly the kind of stuff that Spica was saying on the dive, was that they were struggling to make the same plays on stage that they were making in scrims, whether it's comms or confidence. They couldn't quite identify it, but clearly this game doing a much better job making plays together. These are all group plays. It's not isolated stuff.
And I like that they're putting so much emphasis on mid lane, right? Locking down Jojo. It's, again, Vulcan and Spica both here. One more time, X-Flash comes through. They're trying to land the slow with the Q, but he's going to actually get the buffer to minion, and the knockup is there. The crash down as well will not quite be enough. Jojo again able to get out with the rocket jump, but that was a dicey moment. I thought for a second Spica might have been able to get him with the Magnet Storm and potentially lock him down long enough for a kill.
Yeah, nice little taxi to the ranged minion there from Vulcan. But they aren't going to catch Jojo today, and they'll just rotate over to the Rift Herald. Still should be able to burn this one down. And it looks like FlyQuest will retain control here. Move off of, oh, it's not going to burn down in time. They're coming off of it.
Yeah, the equalizer's going to get dropped onto Jojo. Ayla hooks back to the turret, will stay safe as FlyQuest should secure this, but it may be trouble in the mid lane. No flash on Vulcan. He has the ulti, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Will just be a matter of time. Jojo gets the first kill. VicLa able to trade one back, though. Nicely done. But Ayla levels up, and they're going to look for the dive. Jojo trying to knock him down with that explosive shot. Gets the reset. Ayla will fall, and now FlyQuest are on the hunt, and Jojo's on the run. Can he get the recall off? I doubt it. They're going to know where he could be.
Jump.
We'll see. Hex Flash coming over. It's going to get close. Oh, he gets caught. Now, no way out for him. Vulcan's coming out, so it'll just be a slow death as Prince is farming plates mid lane. FlyQuest get another one and are looking really good here against EG.
I got a little worried because FlyQuest went for 2 plays at once. They were peeling off Rift Herald to also go for the mid play, but it works out, Mark.
It looked very dicey for a second there, but FlyQuest punished EG's over-aggression. They grab a couple more kills, looking very good on this side of FlyQuest. Spica living up to what he said. I'm going to keep referencing the dive. Said EG were frauds. Said they were overrated, and backing it up here right now with some very good early game play. This time, though, it was more Vulcan and VicLa comboing together, baiting this 3-man fight. They get the initial trade back on the kill when Armao steps a little bit too far forward. They're able to blow him up. And then Jojo and Eyla hitting 6 during that kill, going for this re-engage. It looked pretty good, but Spica has peeled off now that they finish off that Rift Herald, able to collapse and kind of force them up to the turret.
Yeah, I mean, Jojo gets the reset off the explosive shot, gets a kill, laughing about it as he does get
Keyboard
stopped.
warrior.
Yeah, he's typing it all, chat. That's so funny. Classic Jojo there. VicLa, though, landing another shock blast, and it's been so much emphasis from FlyQuest of getting VicLa into this game. You know, they sub him back in. They want to play with confidence here. Armao, though, looking for a fight. Not going to find the angle, unfortunately for him, and now he's stunned up. Jojo, though, going forward. Ayla flashes in, and VicLa is caught, and VicLa looking like he may fall down, but it's the Magnet Storm coming across multiple members, and in flies Prince with the killer instinct. He's got it. The TP coming through as well from Impact. The equalizer is here, and it's going to find Jojo. You can run, you can hide, but you're not getting out of that one. Jojo goes down as well as the TP comes through from Impact. Beautifully played collapse from FlyQuest.
FlyQuest looks so strong in these plays around mid lane. Again, they save VicLa, they get the kills, they get the dragon. It's a blowout.
It's looking incredibly good. 5K lead, 12 minutes in here with the Herald, with everything. And this is a play that EG started.
Yeah, EG, they kind of missed the initial start of the Maokai. Still ends up tagging VicLa, which based them into thinking they can go, but they kind of just run through Armao and focus on peeling VicLa, keeping him alive, and buying time for Prince to get in range and start finding these kills.
Yeah, Spica is an absolute hero there. Saves VicLa with the Rell peel, W into ultimate, and then Impact TP's in, barbecues up the Tristana, and they get the extra kill into extra objective. Super early dragon stacking timers in addition to the massive gold lead.
I mean, we've been talking a lot about this from the FlyQuest perspective, but from the EG side, this is potentially heading to their third straight loss in a row. They've been struggling a lot more after that first round robin. And one of the things people identify with was, okay, Jojo's a beast. We respect him. What happens if we just send all of our resources mid?
Yeah.
What else can you do? And it does feel like FlyQuest kind of had them solved when you were talking about, let's just keep sending resources to mid, even though VicLa lost his flash early. They did an incredible job recovering that lane for him.
Absolutely. I mean, it was always EG, I think, one step behind. You know, Armao would show up, but Spica was already there. Top lane was just going to be going heavily towards Impact and Isolation because they had this strong matchup. They got one gank down on bot, and now with the Rift Herald here, Vulcan's going to look for the engage on Unforgiven. Goes in, nicely popped on the ulti. The Featherstorm going to come through, but Prince is here, and Unforgiven is gone. Ayla's sure to follow. They can reset up the dive and get another kill here. Vulcan going to take aggro, and it's 2 easy kills for Prince. He is monstrously ahead. Impact pushing Jojo out in the picture-in-picture, but they're going to take the tower. They get 2 kills. They lose nothing.
Gentlemen, Evil Geniuses peaked at level 1 with that flash blow on mid lane. Ever since then, it has been the revenge of VicLa and that of FlyQuest. 6-0, absolutely dominating here.
Yeah, 6,000 gold lead. Nice little push out of top lane? I don't know.
Yeah, 6-0 for Prince. Sorry for the clarification there. But yeah, there's not going to be any sort of play for them available on top side, and very, very early turret take there for FlyQuest as well.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot about the mid jungle Spica having a great game. I gotta say, Vulcan and Prince both looking better as well. Onto Alistar again for Vulcan, most played champ this split, but the first time it feels like he's really finding a lot of angles to make plays happen, and it's because they've been winning lanes since level 1, so he can been able to go mid multiple times in a row.
And that 6-0 Prince for FlyQuest, that Kai'Sa is 2 items already at only 14.5 minutes into the game. Nasher's done in addition to that static shiv, but Evil Geniuses are cooking up a topside play with 4 members.
Yeah, looking for impact, but he drops the equalizer, so the wave is already gone. Not much of an angle to go for anything, and now FlyQuest, they're going to find an angle down on bot lane. Revenge in some trouble. We'll see if he can outplay. Tries to buffer the unstoppable. He's going to have to go all out, but he's got no options here. Flashing back, does hit the Q3. Vulcan's still tanking it up, so survives. Well done to actually get out of it, but at the end of the day, the tower will still fall, and he can't get anything back.
They will get this turret, but I think they might have bought enough time now that the equalizer's down for Jojo to get some bounty gold back in their pocket. And I like how Revenge played that, not using his ultimate. A lot of Casantes get baited into like, I have this button, I gotta press it. All my resists are gone underneath the turret. Why did I do this again? You just get chain CC'd and killed. The fact that he kept up his Jack Show, didn't drop those resists, was able to buy enough time to actually get out of there.
Meanwhile, Vulcan, I think, deserves so much credit in this game, with that Alistar last pick coming in, actually making very, very good use of the priority on support pick here. 100% kill participation from him. He's the one taking up so many of these plays with the Alistar ultimate. Really has been instrumental.
I mean, they have double even shroud coming through now, so the upfront damage that's going to come out from this team is going to be incredibly high. If you can find the proper engage, layer the equalizer, Prince dives into the back line, shock blast coming in as well. It's going to be so hard for EG to really do anything. Their carries are massively behind. The third item is likely to come through for Prince before Unforgiven even gets towards 2. and everyone else is pretty much equally behind.
Yeah, but we have the demonic embrace. Like we said in draft, the game plan turns online for EG now that their magic damage is here. Yeah. No, it feels pretty cursed.
Yeah, now's the time where we go for the teleport play, though. That's a deep teleport flank from Revenge. They're reaching.
Yeah, they're going to look, but the counter TP's coming through. Jojo's going to TP in as well. Everyone coming up towards this top lane. VicLa is the target as Revenge goes all out, but the Equalizer is there. Unforgiven in trouble as overheated Impact is chasing him down. In comes Prince, flashing over the wall. It's going to finish him off. Eyla sure to follow. That's 2 for Prince. There's the Killer Instinct. That's going to be another. That's a 3rd for Prince. A 4th kill goes over to Spica. They wipe the map with him. It's an ace for FlyQuest. It's going to be a 10K gold lead nearly with the Herald sure to follow.
Even though we know they're reaching with this one, it's a deep teleport. You kind of have to make some sort of comeback plays, and they're hoping for a topside pick into a objective bounty shutdown on Rift Herald, but Revenge gets cooked on VicLa because Impact also teleported up there. Unforgiven ultimate goes nowhere as he's trying to get away from Impact, and it's a massacre at this point. They're just so far ahead. You can't win.
Absolute massacre, like you said, destruction. I have one question left, and that's just, how the hell did Mad Lions lose in 60-47? I'm watching this game.
Every time.
It's a complete destruction by FlyQuest. How did they lose even faster?
It's a question for the ages.
The philosophers will ponder it for
one of the great
rest
questions of our time. What is the meaning of life? How did Mad Lions lose in 16 minutes to T1? Yeah. Where do we go when we die? Ayla's gonna find out as Impact's chasing him down here. Oh, I stand corrected.
Well, he's already found out 5 times.
But not 6.
He doesn't need the 6 to figure out he does not want to go there. Revenge body blocking, getting him out. So, I mean, we were talking about playoff scenarios. This is keeping FlyQuest alive, technically.
Playoffs? Talking about playoffs?
I am talking about them. Yes, they have to win 4 more times after this.
For whatever reason, are we talking about playoffs instead of the state of this 10,000 gold lead?
What's there to say,
what
man?
About the comeback? How do they win?
Oh, we're doing the classic? All right, so let's say you're shot calling for EG here.
What do you non-believers will be silenced.
Yeah, I just think it's when we said it's out of their hands, it means that, you know, opponents can still lose a bunch of games.
Vulcan flashing in. Here comes the Magnet Storm from Spica, connecting on multiple members, and Prince is cutting them down. Revenge going to be going down in a hurry. He goes all out, tries to take him over the wall, but it's going to be the kill from Spica as VicLa piling in. Impact doesn't even need to be there. He's going through mid. It is a slaughter from FlyQuest, and they're just going to head back to the Dragon, take that as well.
Kai'Sa tries to ult Alistar over the wall and away and just gets killed. Wow, that was therapeutic for me to watch, actually.
As a jungle Rell enjoyer.
Kai'Sa getting taken down off of the ultimate. 11 now, the kill count for Prince. And FlyQuest going to be cruising in this game. Dragon number 3 picked up at their leisure.
Well, all the options are there for FlyQuest now. It's kind of a choose your own adventure on how you want to win this one.
Yeah, I mean, the bright side for EG is that they've lived longer than yesterday. I think it was 19-11 for their Golden Guardians game, so they're scaling. They're getting better. Gonna make it to Baron spawn this time around. No dancing Shelly almost.
It's kind of like a bright side in a pitch black room, you know?
It's like a little pinprick.
Not a lot of light.
Yeah, it's not looking good. I was trying to think of like a galaxy metaphor. Like,
you guys just left me hanging on that one.
Mark looking like he's on the edge of having something.
Oh, yeah, almost at a point. Prince maybe gonna go down, but has the killer instinct. Jojo coming in, and Jojo gets erased as VicLa drops the hammer. Armao trying to find something, but there's nothing to find except the base, and they're gonna be sent packing once again back to the well. 23-3. FlyQuest just wants to have fun. They're not gonna end the misery here. They're going to Baron.
All right, the real question is, who's getting the gold medal in this game?
Ooh.
We're doing those podiums after every single game. Gold, silver, and bronze will be awarded all to FlyQuest members, it looks like, as the Baron goes down and the base gets opened up.
I think Spica deserves the gold medal for this one. Spica was very active. I think it was so much, him and Vulcan to me were the tag team duo that really made it happen.
That was going to be
a
my
lot
submission.
of kills, but
yeah, my submission was going to be Vulcan as well as possible answer. Impact going to be able to...
Those are my top two.
Yeah, it's between them. It's a tight race between jungle support.
Prince has a lot of kills, but he was the beneficiary of the plays.
He pressed R on Kai'Sa and then Q, and he got a couple kills.
He did do that.
Did have a good lane. I'll give him that. I don't want to make it sound like a
AD carry hater. So.
Absolutely the case. I will also say that this is nice by FlyQuest. Keep the game going, build some momentum. If you end too quickly, you didn't spend enough time winning. So you want to stay in the game slightly longer, take the entire base of the enemy team.
They're probably like doubling or tripling their time in a major advantage.
Yeah, exactly.
Just in this one
Stat
game.
padding, here we go.
Add the stats, let's go. EG will make one final stand, but don't think there's much going on for them as Spica stepping forward. Ayla's going to hook in. The equalizer is dropped already, and Vulcan going forward. Jojo trying to knock him down. Spica may fall here, and he will. We'll see if they can turn it around. Eyla goes forward, but it's only to his doom as Prince and the rest of the squad will walk forward and claim 2 inhibitors.
All right, with the Baron buff still on too, they've got a lot of time to work with. 1:40. Those Nexus turrets don't stand a chance.
Yeah, the Nexus turrets are going down fast. EG trying to heal back up, see if there's a window here to make something happen. Jojo back to full health. The rest of the team now coming out from the fountain. They'll go for one final fight. Jojo, though, chunked low already, and revenge is just gone. In goes Vulcan, and Prince is in the back line, and it's all over but the crying. Prince goes into the stopwatch, flashes back, the ulti coming out, but Impact is hooking him up in the well. But no, Unforgiven stepping back is going to get a couple, he's going to get a triple, he's going to get a quadra from the fountain, and the minions will not be able to end the game. FlyQuest having a little bit too much fun on that one.
Oh God, with Prince and VicLa dying, there was no more Baron buff on the actual minions to finish off the Nexus. They're able to survive that one. Ayla's respawn still had his ultimate, despite dying top earlier. I think they might have lost track of some of the cooldowns there by FlyQuest. End up dying while trying to fountain camp. I respect it. Could have ended the game, but like I said, stat padding.
This is the most fun FlyQuest have had all summer, okay? I'm gonna let them have it. Go for the deep plays here. They're going for the kills. Look at this, Impact roasting 4 members, trying to chase them all the way back into the fountain, and everybody walks over the feathers for the blade collar.
Yeah, Unforgiven picking up a quadra kill, excuse me, at the tail end of that. So some big influx of gold into Unforgiven, probably the scariest late game threat
Still
there.
down 2 items after getting a quadra kill.
Casual 14K deficit.
Now is the time where everyone looks at each other like, okay, calm down, come on.
Wait, we can't actually lose this.
It's like a mini throw, everybody chill out, okay? Let's just go end.
Yeah, I think for this team, especially with FlyQuest, you don't want to play with your food too much. You do want this win. Has to be a huge relief, weight off your shoulders after bringing VicLa back. After getting a lot of, I think, crap in the community about the substitution to bring VicLa back, to have him actually have a great Jayce game.
Yeah, absolutely. The Nexus is open, and EG going to try to mount their defense. We'll see if they can do it. FlyQuest going to be stepping forward here. Jojopyun already going to be getting knocked down. He tries to buffer Prince back into the fountain, but he can't do it. And the rest of his team is already gone. Jojo will follow. 2 kills going the way of VicLa. Make it 3 as the Nexus will fall. It's a triple for VicLa, and it's a huge win when they needed it most for FlyQuest.
12 kills for VicLa, 13 for Prince. Both carries stepping up huge.
And the baby's going wild in the audience. Woo! FlyQuest unleashed.
We'll have to see who will be getting the gold medal. Is it going to be Spica? Is it going to be Vulcan? The most prestigious award in the matchup of FlyQuest versus EG.
I love the music.
I like the background. Whoever found the arena shot did a good job.
All right, we're going to throw it down to the stage for the live medal ceremony right here, right now.
Okay.
We are preparing for the medal ceremony for FlyQuest. Over representing Quebec, Canada, we have Vulcan being awarded the bronze for his excellent Alistar performance. Prince representing the Republic of Korea, another excellent performance from him. And then Spica bringing out the Rell jungle, setting up his lanes for success in the beginning, representing the United States. Congrats to FlyQuest. This was a very, very big game for them. And this is Spica's second gold medal player of the game performance. Congratulations once again to FlyQuest.
Incredible stuff there from FlyQuest. They get a win. It's obviously a big confidence booster, I think, for them to be able to take down EG. And you said it earlier, Mark, it's now a bit of a slide here for EG, who had been tied at the top of the table, have lost a number of games now over these last 2 weeks. And I think they have got to be getting a little bit nervous, a little bit frustrated, because it is becoming a bit of a pattern.
And they've been called frauds by multiple LCS players now.
Don't like that.
How much weight do these wins over EG now have? Everything's changing, Mark.
We'll have to see if EG can bounce back, because that was 2 insanely fast losses. It was also the yesterday one, so they got to start being worried. Hopefully they can find something for Friday.
Viva la LCS. LCS on Espanol is the official Spanish language stream of the LCS. This new viewing experience is live on LLA's Twitch and YouTube channels right now. Scan the QR code or go to lolesports.com to learn more. TSM versus TL is up next, but before that, TSM's mid laner Insanity won MasterCard Player of the Week last week. Take a look.
Welcome to the MasterCard Player of the Week interview. I'm joined by Insanity. Thank you so much for taking the time, and congratulations.
Thank you.
I asked you before you came in kind of how much you expected this after coming back last week. So just generally, like, how much did you expect this, and what do you think your level of play has been at?
Well, I didn't really expect it. I think I'm kind of lucky that no other team 3-0'd that week. But at the same time, I do think I'm playing pretty well. I have a lot of like small things to fix, but once I get that consistent, I think people will be a little bit more surprised by me.
Why do you think until now it seems like teams have been so reluctant to look at their own mid lane talent in North America?
I mean, I think it's just easier to get somebody who's like a known quantity, right? Like somebody's performing well in, I don't know, for example, CK, the Korean Challenger League. Maybe they're just looking really good, and why not just get him over an NA player who's like performing pretty well against probably worse players overall or worse competition? I think that's my biggest reason, at least. Other than that, I'm not really sure why. I think the stars are kind of aligning this year, though, for a lot of the NA players.
As someone who has spent a lot of time in like the Challenger League system, how much do you think that affected your development as a player?
My very first split that I played Academy, I think I performed my best up until probably this last year when I was on Dignitas Academy. Other than that, I don't think I really grew an insane amount or anything like that playing in Academy. I think a lot of my growth has been playing in LCS for the almost year and a half that I did play. I learned a ton during that time, just not only from the coaching staff at that time, but also from playing versus better players and better teams in general. I think you don't really get punished as much in Academy or even Amateur, for example. I think you can get away with pretty much whatever you want, gameplay-wise, champion-wise, whatever it may be. I think until those players have a chance to play versus better talent, I don't think they will grow as much as, you know, the region may hope they would. I think after I went from LCS to Amateur, I just kind of full sent it mentally. Like, I realized, like, wow, I'm not going to play an LCS again this year. I need to do something, and I need to pretty much work my ass off to get back, you know? And that's just what I did. I grinded for the entirety of that time to get back to Academy. And then when I got into Academy, I was still grinding and just trying to find my opportunity or find my moment just to play in LCS again. It was kind of just the shock factor that pushed me over it, I think. I think when I was just comfortable, I guess, and knowing that I was like, in LCS, this is a full year of LCS for me, I'm guaranteed the spot for now, I kind of fell back a little bit mentally. So I was a lot more relaxed, and I don't think that helped my growth whatsoever. And I think once I had that shock factor, it really pushed me.
Well, you've obviously been performing really well with this TSM team. I think a lot of people not only have been surprised by you, but the team itself. And in talking to your teammates, it seems like you guys all have a little bit of a chip on your shoulders, I guess, or just a willingness to kind of prove yourselves on stage. So talk to me a little bit about the team atmosphere, and when you do have success, kind of what does that look like in the team internally?
I think everybody's just like really chill and really funny, and we get along very well. And obviously, I think we can criticize each other pretty easily, so that helps a lot as well. As a unit, we just kind of trust each other, especially when it comes to stage games. So that helps a lot when we're playing our games. But not really sure why we've been performing too well. I think it's maybe a little bit luck, maybe a little bit of skill, but I'm just hoping that it continues.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to join me. All the best going forward this week. And that is it for our Player of the Week interview with Insanity.
aqui tu não aprendeu na PEN não, irmão. Essa aqui tu não aprendeu não. An ace for Pain Gaming.
The celebrations are always fantastic in the CB Low.